Hey guys, this is Lisa Tedder, also known as Tedder Bear Stamping, and today I'm going to show you how to make this card. It does lay flat to go into an envelope, and it is using the snow front stamp set that is in the new holiday catalog. If you don't have the new holiday catalog, just let me know and I will mail you one. I'm also a demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And if you live in the United States and you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to be one. Be yours, not a demonstrator. But let's get started and I'll show you how to make this. Alright, so first thing, you're going to need some white paper, and you're going to need 2 of the 6.5 by 4 1/4, and these will both be scored at 1 inch on both sides. They're exact same size. Then you're going to need a piece of 5.5 by 4 1/4, and this is scored at 1/2 inch on both sides. So one is the back, which I did not write on, and this is the front, and then this one's the middle. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut out first the bigger area, and I am using the stitched nested labels. And I'm using the, let's see if I can figure this out, the third from the biggest and the third and fourth. And we are going to go ahead and do the first, okay, no. Oh, I stuck it in there. Okay, so sorry. All right, so we are going to cut the biggest one in the front. And I'm going to go ahead and bring out my Big Shot and show you. Alright, so I'm cutting where I wrote because that we don't want. And I'm going to stick it right in the middle. And I'm going to come in with my tape that I have that is the removable labeling tape by Post-it. And we will be using that more today. So I'm just going to tape it down. First, I'm going to put it on my dress so I don't have it tearing the paper. So you want to put this down, have it be in the center, and you will eyeball it, which I know my girlfriend hates, my team member, but that's the best way to do it. I'm flipping it over so that my cutting edge is up. If you notice, this one is pretty clean. And this one is pretty bad. So this keeps this from getting too bent up, and it doesn't matter that it's facing up. Alright. Okay. I'm leaving this here because I'm going to need to do my second one. So my dog and my cat are playing right now. I'm not sure if you can hear them rustling in the background. But the funny thing is I have a video out there on my channel, which I would love to have you subscribe to, but you can go watch them play. They love each other. So it's just really fun to watch. Alright, so I'm going to put this in the middle back here so I make sure it is where it needs to be, centered. Now I'm going to come in with, let me make sure, there you go, my smaller, here it is, and stick it so it's right in the middle of these two. Want to make sure that it's level, which is going to pretty much be the same. Okay, so I'm going to remove this out, the one I've already cut, just so that I can tape this down. But that way you make sure you get it in the middle. So I flipped it upside down. Well, so now these should, when I put them together, line right up. Alright, so we are going to sponge this one, and we're going to sponge this one. But first, let's do the front. And I'm going to bring in my tape that I had before. And I'm going to tear just the edge, just to give it that snowy look. Oh my goodness. They are having a good time. Alright, so we want this to stay white. So what I'm going to do is have it come down about here. And I'm just going to leave that like that. And then I'm going to come in with my sponge, which I'm using these, and I will have the link to where you can get it. Sorry. Alright. Because it just makes it smoother and easier to sponge. So I'm using Night of Navy, and what you want to do is rub a little bit off and then just sponge the top, leaving some of this not quite so dark. It's just going to fade in. Come in with Pacific Point. Make sure I've got the brush that I had before. Okay. And this I'm going to start here and come down just so that it's lighter. Sorry for my table, but I love my table, so this is just going to make it look more like it's lighter at the bottom, I guess. Okay, I'm going to put a glove on so I don't get too messy. And then, well, let's just wait. I know, I'm like all over the place. Only because I don't want to splatter this and then not the other. So I'm going to go ahead and move this. I'm going to leave this on, and I'll just do a new one for the next one. And we'll just bring this out, tear it again. Doesn't look very hilly, does it? Looks very mountainy. Okay, so we're going to put it around the same spot we did before. And we're going to sponge this one also. Take that one off. Then we're going to bring in the base. And we are going to just do, it doesn't matter if you get the sides. And once again, tear it. That one did much better. Okay. Okay, so we're going to do exactly the same thing. Now we're going to splatter this just so that we can get that done, and then I'll do the stamping. So we are going to come in with my white craft ink, put it in a little well here, don't need too much, and then I'm going to add a little bit of water from my aqua painter just so that it will splatter. Okay. Now, I am going to bring in a box to splatter, just so I don't get it everywhere. And I'm going to put on a glove. So you're going to take your ink that you've put in here and smush it up with your used toothbrush. And then, whoops, I got a little bit of water, but that's not going to be a problem. And then you're just, whoa, that's a big one. Didn't mean to do that big of one. All right, and then I'm going to bring in my other two. Do you see why I'm using a box? All right, I'll take this off. And you do get splatter on your other hand, so you might want to wear 2 gloves. All right, so let's get to the inside so we can stamp. So you're going to take off your mask, come in with Memento, and oh, it fell, with the house. And I'm going to put it right over that watermark that I made. And you want to do it in the center so that whatever you did earlier won't show. Now, normally you would make it to where you would mask it so that, and do it first so that you don't have the color of the snow back there. But that's okay. Okay, we're going to do this here, and then the trees on the side. Okay, I'll do that there. Then I'm going to come in with this one. And put trees. So this is the front, and we want the trees to come in around the side here. I'm going to add one right here because it didn't stamp very well. And one in the middle. Alright, and then I'm going to stamp the sentiment, Blessed Merry Wishes, in the Pacific Point, right in the center. So pretty. Alright, now I want to make sure that this is all dry before I move on, but I'm going to bring this in and make sure. Let me heat set that just real quick. Okay, we'll take this off. Alright, so now you're going to fold it on the edges and fold this up. This is going to fit right in here, so you're going to put some tape or glue along this edge. And using glue helps you keep that separate, like be able to slide it. And then we're going to put some glue on the back of this. And that's going to go right on the front to wrap around. And see how the windows match up perfectly? I should have put one more tree here. Which we can, well, no, it's fine. All right, and then I'm going to end by putting some of the holiday rhinestones on here, because they are Night of Navy, and that's what we used. So we'll put one right here, and a bigger one. One in the center. Oh, let's just go for it. Okay, so there's my card with the snow falling, a little peekaboo. It will lay flat to mail, and it's beautiful if you ask me. All right, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time.